is a report from the President, President Gillum.
Okay, I'm going to read from this paper so I don't forget nothing to tell you guys everything. This year here, our MSOA, we're proud to announce that we're up to 721 members, which is probably the largest amount of members that we've had for quite a long time. So that's really a very positive thing for us. The MSOA board and staff work with the lobbyists, and as you all know, we were worried about losing in the developmental fund $72 million this year. And we were very fortunate through a lot of hard work from a lot of our people and our lobbyists and just everybody involved to where we got to really get that voted down. And that was a major ordeal to do, to be able to save that amount of money, because it would have definitely been about a 30% decrease in our purses if that would have happened. The unfortunate thing with that is, though, it could happen again next year and the year after. So it's going to be a yearly battle that we have to keep on top of, and Rob and our other lobbyists have done us an excellent job on doing that, keeping on top of it. So we're very pleased with what they've done and what's going on there. And hopefully again this year we can defeat them if it does come up. We're hoping it doesn't. We're also trying to get back the additional 17% money that they took from us, and that's looking pretty positive. So, but we hate to say that till it happens, and hopefully, like we say, they don't reach in and try to take money from us again. So, but we'll have to just wait and see, because like I say, it's a yearly thing on that. The other thing that I'm pleased to report was there's no increase this year in any of our insurances for the driver trainer or for the grooms. The policies come back. Well, yeah, the grooms will come up in April, but this year there was no additional, so it worked out very good for us there. There again, CSC Insurance has been our people behind that and have done us a good job as far as keeping the figures down for us, and we've had no increase this year, so that was another very positive thing. The other thing this year that we team up with, we have a PR committee who's worked very hard, and we hired Heather Wilder. She came on board, I believe, in February or March, and Heather has done us an extremely good job. If any of you have been able to attend any of the functions, which were on Friday nights mainly, but if you got to attend, you could see that they were pretty successful for what she had to do and got to operate, getting her feet in the door. And because of her efforts on those particular nights especially, the handle on track has gone up 30 to 50%. Now, it isn't still big numbers, but it has been an increase to where, anytime you get an increase, it's a very positive thing. So I'd like to, just thank Heather for a job that she does well, and she gets a lot of members that are volunteers that also does her a very good job, and they should all be commended too, because they've done a very good job when called upon. The other thing that to tell you went on this year with the gaming board, and we had a couple of the legislators that were trying to, I don't say make noise, but they were, to where they created us to get audited, not just our organization, all the organizations throughout the state. And unfortunately, we had to pay for the audit for the government. But ours, we've had 2 of them now, and both of them have there was no issues, no problems. Ours was done very well, and we had no problems at all with either one. So there again, that was a good job, and a lot of that was with Sandy and Kim's help in the office and doing the things that we're supposed to do the proper way. So everything went well there. Another thing to be pretty positive on, and personally I'm glad it's coming to an end, is the building of the barns. Right now we're about ready, another week, 2 weeks, to finalize the ship-in barn, and once that is done, we will have 6 barns completed. That was part of our backstretch agreement plan that we worked on for, it's been on 2 years, 2.5 years, I guess. And I think everybody can say that the barns have been very well received. There's been, you know, issues like with anything, there's issues in them. But overall, I think they are very, you know, quality and state-of-the-art. And hopefully when the ship-in barn's done, we're going to start centering on some of the other barns. In fact, all the other barns. We're going to try to do repairs to them and whatever, but they're all up to code, which is a very important issue with the DEP, that they're all up to code and that, so financially that's not going to be a burden at all for us. It's just making them more comfortable for the guys that are in them, so that Jack has a nice place to put his horses down there. But hopefully we're going to do more blacktopping and you know, try to make the barn area as much pleasant as we can and comfortable for everybody there. And lastly, my last thing, that there again, I'm very happy that we got this accomplished. Our contract was up this year, and fortunately, Kim and I met with Mike Janot a few times along the line, and we came to an agreement to just renew the rest of our contract from previous years that we spent a lot of time and money to get done in the past years, and the board recommended to go ahead and do it, so we won't have any issues financially or any other way with the contract. So for 5 years, we should be pretty well set as far as anything that you know, was in the other contract is in this one, and it's something we've lived with for a while. And with today's times and that, the people were, you know, we're the management people really, you know, you keep hearing they don't want us here, but I think a guy like Mike Janot over there, you know, his job is to work with us, and because of that, he has made a good effort to get this accomplished, and fortunately we were able to get it done. So we'll have a contract now till December 31st, 2017. So to sum everything up, you know, it's been a pretty positive year. Like I said, the only thing that I can tell you negative that I see is, unfortunately, you know, a lot of the same people win a lot of the races, and because of that, there's still people that are struggling here. And I don't know what the answer is going to be for those people, you know, to do a little bit different along the line. But I guess the best to sum it up is just for people, if they can, hang in there, and hopefully things will change for them. And you know, the money's been good to race for, and hopefully we, you know, it'll get to where other people get to spread it around and get their share of it. So other than that, you know, that's pretty much what I got to say for this year, and I guess we'll go on.
Okay, thank you, Richard. The next item on the agenda is the treasurer's report. That is a one-item agenda, and that is the approval of the 2013 budget. Do I hear a motion?
I'll approve.
Motion to approve. Do I hear a second? Second. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is the report of election results. As you know, or may not know, last year the bylaws changed to where the nominating committee was not required to have an extra name than were up for election. In the past, it had always forced an election and forced the nominating committee to have another candidate other than the incumbents. So that changed last year. The nominating committee this year recommended the incumbents, Lori Romanetti, Tim Twaddle, and Bill Zent, and there were no petitions received for somebody else to run for the board. So with the report of McCallick Daniels, there is an election, although the incumbents are there, and the results from the certified public accountants of McCallick and Daniels incumbents were voted back in again. So thank you for your service in the past, and we look forward to working with you in the future. That is actually the end of our agenda. Are there any comments or hearing none? We stand adjourned.